Hi everybody, here a short and very simple tutorial on the random functionality within Python. I'm going to show you to randomly select polygons of this polygon object. So make sure your plane or your object is a polygon object so that you can select, or that the Python code can select several polygons. Okay, I created some very simple code, very simple. As you can see, we first include the standard C4D, and we also include the random functionality. And then first of all, I'm just going to get a frame, the current frame number. At this moment is frame 0, as you can see. Then we're going to initialize the random functionality, and we're going to give it a seed. Because as you perhaps know, the random is not really random. I'll show you later on that the random generator generates the same numbers over and over again when you initialize it. So when you want to change that, you need to change the seed of the random. That's why I use as a seed the frame number. But I'll get to that later on. Okay, so if frame is greater than 0, I'll first of all get the object where the text belongs to. Because here you see the Python tag, the Python expression tag, and then we need to know the corresponding object. And this is how you do it. You get object from this operand, which is in this case the tag, so you get the object where this tag belongs to. And then you get the number of polys from that object. And then we're going to generate an integer random number between 0 and the maximum number of polygons, -1. Because as you know, 0 is counted as 1. And then we're going to select that polygon. So let me just show you. It's on frame 0, so nothing is happening. When I go to the first frame, or for the next frame, you see this one, the selected polygon, yes, you can see here is number 2. I'll explain this number later on. And the next one, and the next one. And here you can see 2, 3, and 15 are selected randomly. And then you see all in all, more and more are selected. I can show you that the same sequence is generated over and over again. So when I go back to frame 0 and restart, and then you see the sequence is all the same. Show you once again. Number 2, number 15, number 3, again the same one, and number 9. If you want to change that, you need to change the frame or the seed. So for example, if I say frame +1, the seed is already changed. Compile it and try it out. And you see that it's a different random sequence now. But again, the same one. And that's very nice when you want to test your code. It's of course very difficult when the random number changes each time you run your code. So that's a good thing. So once again, you initialize it, you set the seed, you get your object and the polygons, and you set your selected polygons randomly. How you do it is, well, it's very simple. First of all, you have to initialize the selection. So get a list of all objects selected for this object. and then you just select a polygon with a random number. So the random number indicates which polygon is selected. And then just for test purposes, I'll print out all the selected polygons. So as you can see here, 3, 9, 12, 15. There's also another way of generating random numbers. In this case, I generated integer random numbers. You can also generate floating random numbers. And this is how you do it. You random, and then random numbers generated between 0.0 and 9.99 between in the range of 0 to 1. So 0 is included, but 1 is not included. And as you can see here, this is the random number between indeed 0.0 and 1. I'll let it run, and then you see. And of course, in the end, all polygons are selected. One other thing I would like to show you, there's more functionality within this random functionality. There you have to go to the Python org website with all the documentation about Python. So you go to docs.python.org, and in this case library random.html. And then you see all the various functionality described. So we used a random integer, and we also used, let me show where it is, the seed for initializing, and the floating point number. This is also very nice. On the bottom you see some examples. Again, this is an example of the floating point number, uniform between various, between 1 and 10, 1 and 10 included, integers, a range, and also you can also define a range and then make a choice, it picks one. Items, it can reshuffle the items, and you can pick a sample, or 3 in this case. So once again, I think it's very powerful, this random functionality, and I use it in C4D to get some randomness. For example, my plugin about moving an object randomly with random increments over a spline is an example how I use the random functionality. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.